We're live! Welcome to Smoothie Corner. As promised earlier, I am going to put together an anti-inflammatory hormone balancing smoothie for you. One thing that I have been struggling with lately meaning the past 25 years of my life, is sugar. I love sugar so much, but it doesn't always love me back. So I have tried to find ways to satisfy those cravings because I don't ever want to feel deprived while maintaining pretty good health. This smoothie is becoming more and more vegetable based, which is good. Fruit is great. It's a great source of antioxidants and vitamins, minerals, nutrients, all that, but too much of it can unbalance your body and lead to disease, especially from the pancreas with your blood sugar spikes and valleys. So trying to keep your blood sugar as level as possible, I am adding more and more vegetables to my blender, and I'm going to bring you on the ride with me because it's a great way to help prevent disease by reducing inflammation and then balancing your hormones, because that affects everything. People, especially as they approach midlife, suffer or struggle with weight gain and mood swings, hot flashes, things like that. I haven't had to deal with any of those issues. One thing that I've noticed, when I had the cafe and I was working 80 hours a week, I didn't really have any issue with gaining weight. I was working out as much as I could, and I was always active. I was always moving, whether I was cooking or shopping or prepping, whatever it was. I didn't really get to hold still very much. So now that I've left all that in the past, I've had to find ways to try to stay active, but I'm not maintaining that same level of activity. So I've had to adjust my eating a little bit here and there. And this is one of the ways, adding more vegetables to my smoothies. Upping the fiber is also good, because my favorite question is, have you pooped today? So a great way to keep pooping every day is to make sure you have enough fiber in your diet. Now, in this smoothie, I start with 2 cups of organic greens, and these are just mixed greens you use in a salad. I like them because they're relatively flavor-free. You don't really notice they're in the smoothie. And of course, I'm putting this in my Vitamix, which I, at this point, could not live without. And now, this is where the magic happens. Cauliflower in everything, even the smoothie. The great thing about the cauliflower, which you can see at the bottom of this little purple bowl, is that it disappears into the smoothie. You don't know it's there. It's frozen. One thing I love to do also is to put as many frozen things as possible in the beginning of my smoothie, because I don't have to add ice, and it gives it a really nice texture and consistency. Mouthfeel, always number one. So I have about a cup of frozen riced cauliflower in the bottom, and then I have about a half a cup of frozen mango, and mango is a great source of plant-based collagen. Also helps make the smoothie super creamy. And it's great for skin, and it's also a great source of vitamin C. And then I have cherries, frozen cherries, which are really good at helping reduce inflammation. Actually, patients with gout often get recommended tart cherry juice. Well, throwing some cherries in your smoothie, also a great idea. So I have a half cup of each, half cup of mango, half cup of frozen cherries. And then I've also been buying my avocados frozen in a bag from Costco. Great find. I think you get about 2 pounds for under $10, which is super cheap. And again, the work's all done for you. So about a quarter of an avocado. One thing about the greens is that greens contain oxalates, oxalic acid, and you want to try and minimize that as much as possible. It's built into the plant to help protect it from pests, and it also protects it from us, but we want to absorb the nutrients without the potential negative side effects of consuming the oxalates. So adding fat helps neutralize that. Another way is to cook it, but we're doing it raw, so we want to make sure we add in some good fat. Half a banana, about probably 3 inches of a banana, and then a cucumber, about 3 inches of a cucumber. Great, very hydrating, great source of trace minerals, very balancing to the body, to the hormones. Then I have 2 dates, pitted, make sure you take the pits out because otherwise it gets super noisy in your blender and nobody wants that. So that's all the solids that are going to go in there. Then I have my protein and seeds. I have 2 tablespoons of hemp hearts and 1 tablespoon of chia seeds. Great source of protein, omega fatty acids, trace minerals. This is where the magic happens. This is maca powder. Maca is a root, and it's good for the root, but it's also good for females. Ultimately, it's hormone balancing. It's something that I've started adding to my diet as I progressed through my 40s and stuff started to shift here and there. So to throw it in the smoothie, it has a really pleasant kind of a malt. Remember those malted milkshakes we used to drink as teenagers? Kind of a malt scent to it, but very balancing to the hormones. So that is all that I put in, only just a few things in my smoothie for hormone balancing and reducing inflammation. I add about 8 to 12 ounces of water to that and then let her rip. And that is the whole deal. Balance your hormones, reduce inflammation, prevent disease. It's one-stop shopping. Well, thanks for tuning in. I had fun getting my face in your face, and I will see you soon. Until next time, stay loose.